Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Six Figures Made Simple. I am really, really excited to be here with you guys again. So if you are joining me live, go ahead and pop in the chat for me, #live. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and pop in the chat for me, #replay. And just know that you can pop in any questions that you might have as we're going through this masterclass today. If you are joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm really, really glad you're here. I'm glad you're in my world. You are welcome to stay, hang out, get amazing information, grab a pen, grab a notebook, grab your workbook. If you haven't downloaded your workbook yet, no worries. Just go to the very top of the Facebook group. You'll see that photo up there. Click on that photo and it will take you to the link where you can get your workbook. So you will need to check your email because we will be sending the workbook directly to your email. So really, really excited to be here with you. I am just going to kind of do a little bit of housekeeping first. I want to make sure that everybody is aware that the replays to the videos, the replays to each day is in the guide section. So how do you get to the guide section? Just go to the very top of the page and there should be some tabs up there. Click on guides. It will give you several different options. And so you will scroll down, or you don't have to scroll down very far because it's the first guide, but it's 6 Steps Made Simple. And there you will find it labeled day 1. And then after we do the live today, we will do day 2 and it will all be in there. It's all waiting for you. Now, these replays are only available for a couple weeks, so they will be coming down. So I do want to encourage you to not wait. Like, don't decide to come back in November because they're not going to be here, or even in October, right? So they will be coming down in another 2 weeks. So by the end of September, they will be gone. So if you want access to them, make sure that you schedule time in your calendar to actually watch them. Look, I know how it goes with replays, and sometimes I have the best of intentions, but if it doesn't get on my calendar and if I don't make a specific space on my calendar actually show up and watch it, it typically doesn't happen. So welcome to Six Figures Made Simple. Again, I'm Chris Williams. I'm a soulful business and leadership coach specifically for women wellness entrepreneurs. So you are in the right place. If you are a health coach, if you are a life coach, if you are a holistic practitioner in some way, shape, or form, a nutritional therapist, culinary nutritionist, an herbalist, a massage therapist, an energy worker, you are in the right place. And especially if you're a heart-centered entrepreneur that wants to build a 6-figure business that allows you to serve with your heart and your soul, you are absolutely here. So that is what I teach inside of Six Figures Made Simple. I'm giving you the exact process that I've used inside of my business, not only to get to 6 figures, but in November, we actually crossed the $1 million mark. And I have taught hundreds of women the same system and process to help them to create success in their business too. And it'll work for you too. Promise, this is a proven system. And for those of you that don't or weren't here yesterday, I just want to remind you that I am fully transparent here in the way that I am serving you. You are more than welcome, again, to consume the information, to take the quick wins, to get the epiphanies, to implement some of these pieces in your business right away. And for those of you that want more support to really implement these things, to have my eyes, my heart, my brain with you in your business, you are invited to join me inside of Activate Abundance Academy. This is my Business Accelerator program. It's a 12-month program. It will take you through getting your business up off the ground, identifying who your ideal client is, identifying what your unique zone and your unique brilliance is, helping you to create a framework so that you can guide somebody along in your own individual process, helping you learn how to attract your ideal client in a way that feels really good and natural and aligned for you, how to nurture a community and build a community that feels really good, that will also allow you, it will serve as your marketing and also a heart-centered sales system so that you can invite people to work with you as the natural next step. So here we go. Let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen with you because I want you to take a look at the client pathway. Now, this is not inside of your workbook, but if you want it, happy to give it to you. It's just a simple PDF. So if you want this client attraction handout that I'm going to be sharing with you. It's called Client Attraction 101. Just pop in the chat, client attraction, and I will send it to you in Messenger. Just give it right to you. So here's the thing, my friends. I want to share with you that there is a pathway that our clients are going to go through. And why is it important that we understand this? And I'm going to share this with you. So our clients go through, first of all, they're going to start as strangers. If you're here in my Facebook group right now, you're not a stranger. You're actually in here. You're actually a viewer. But a stranger means that there's no relationship developed yet at all, right? They may not even know that you exist, but they are your readiest client looking for a solution to their problem. But just you haven't found it yet, right? So they are looking. They are, and this is important. If you remember from yesterday, I talked about 3 different types of clients that are in our world. We talked about sidewalkers, talked about people that were in the slow lane. We talked about people that are in the fast lane. People that are in the sidewalk are people who might be in your world, but they're not really looking for a solution to the problem. They might think that your information is great. They might like it. They might download a few freebies now and then, but they're not going to invest in working with you because they don't believe that they have a problem. So those are the people that are on the sidewalk. Now, those are not your ideal clients, and yet there are 30% of those people in your world, and we end up trying to convince or persuade people on the sidewalk that they actually have a problem, and that doesn't work. So we don't want to worry about people that are on the sidewalk. We want to tuck them in, we want to love on them, we want to allow them to mosey on and participate as often as they wish. But until they are actually looking for a solution to the problem, they are not going to be our ideal client. So, as a stranger, what we want to do is to help your strangers that are out there that are in the slow lane see you, right? So there is Client Attraction 101, and this really is the step-by-step process on how clients move from strangers to buyers. They don't just jump from stranger to buyer. Rarely will that happen. Every once in a while that might happen, but rarely it will be. Why? Because strangers don't have an experience with you yet. They don't have an experience of know, like, trust. And if someone doesn't know, like, and trust you, they're not going to buy. So trying to take a stranger into a buyer is not effective and it's not successful. Okay, it's one of the reasons why I actually stopped doing these 1-hour discovery sessions where I was trying to book a whole bunch of discovery sessions with people who weren't even really sure who I was. There was no like trust yet, right? And I was trying to convince or persuade them that they needed to work with me in a 90-day program. And while I had some success with that, it wasn't consistent success and it didn't feel aligned or in integrity with me. Okay, so when somebody is a stranger, they are looking for a solution, they just haven't found you yet. Okay, so from stranger, they go into a viewer, and a viewer is where you really get a chance to deliver value to somebody. Everybody here in my Facebook community, you are all viewers. You are now in my world. This is the start to building know, like, trust with a potential client. And so that might look like sharing a freebie or doing a workshop or sharing a masterclass. There's multiple ways that we can do this, but we want to be able to nurture it so that we can begin to build that know, like, trust with the people that are most looking for a solution to a problem. Now, once people go from a viewer, they move into this next piece, which we call a lead, which means that your person has been served with amazing value. They've had an experience with you. They have had a chance to see what it is that you do. Maybe they've joined your Facebook Live. Maybe they've watched a nurture event, right? And they're really getting a good understanding of how you can help them solve the problem. So from here, they're going to go into a potential client. And your potential client, again, is going to be somebody who has already gotten an experience with you. And she's engaging and she's ready to take the next step. So here's the thing. Your potential client is really one teeny tiny step away from becoming a buyer into helping helping them solve their problem. Okay, so this is where a quick clarity call comes in. And I want you to notice that we are not hopping on the phone with somebody or delivering any type of free session or discovery session with somebody. until they've gone from stranger, where we've attracted them to be viewer, we've nurtured them with incredible value, and then we can invite them into a quick call to invite them into whatever might feel like a good fit and helping them get what they want. Then and only then can they become a paying client. So I don't know if anybody's ever explained to you the client attraction system before, but this is the phase that our ideal clients need to go through. So if you are just trying to create income by trying to take a stranger into a buyer by doing discovery sessions, and only discovery sessions, and not having a pathway that you can attract the right client, the client that is looking for a solution, nurture them in a way that gives value and builds know, like, trust quickly. And then, and only then, once they already know who you are, how you can serve them, then you can invite them to take that next step. And so I modeled that for you yesterday by sharing incredible value here with you. And I'm doing the same today, and I'll do it again tomorrow, and I'll do it again Thursday, because I really want you to have an experience. I want you to see that I understand the problem that you might be struggling with in creating a six-figure business. I want you to know that I hear you, and I want you to really connect with me and get an experience of my energy, get an experience of the method that I teach, so that you can make an empowered decision about whether or not joining Activate Abundance is going to be the natural next step for you. So we opened up enrollment yesterday for Activate Abundance. This is a one-year program. The investment in that program last year, actually not last year, but the last cohort where we took into the 6-month program was actually $10,000. And we are rolling it out for an entire year. And the investment for the entire year is actually $12,000. This is an early bird investment. Or within the next couple of days, if you decide that you want to join us by the 15th and you decide that you want to pay in full, the investment for this program is $10,000. So you're getting an entire year for the same rate that we were charging to go through this program in 6 months. It's an incredible value. And I don't want to dive all into that right now, because I want to get to the meat and the juiciness of what it is that I want to teach you today. So if you want this handout, let me know, and I will be more than happy to help you. But one of the things that I really, really love about serving, nurturing, teaching is because by the time you get to a clarity call or an information call, there's already a pre-qualification that has happened. Somebody already knows what it is that you're offering them into. There's no bait and switch happening. There's no coercion. There's no trickeration happening. There is simply an invitation to join you inside of the offer that you're inviting them to. And they can absolutely say no, they're not interested in exploring it, right? But if they hop on that call with you, chances are that they already know that they're hopping on a call with you to discuss whatever the offer is. And so you're actually pre-qualifying your clients before they even get a call with you. So you don't have to overcome objections. So you don't have to try to convince or persuade anybody. And this is such a more effective, heart-centered way to build and grow your business. And it's one of the reasons why I truly feel that my clients are so successful today, because they feel certain, they feel confident, they love serving in this way. It makes enrolling clients into their programs and offers fun. It makes it easier. It takes all the pressure off needing to sell a client or close the deal. And it is just such a more effective way. So I'm going to stop sharing this for now, because I want to share the remaining part of the workbook. But I just want everybody to pop in the chat here. Just type in a heart. Give me a heart if this sounds amazing to you. If this sounds like a heart-centered way that you would like to grow and build your business, give me a heart in the comment section. And I'm looking for my water. I think I forgot to bring it in here. I did. Oh, well, onward, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and just close this out for a minute. And I want to pull up the workbook for you guys so that we can dive into the next piece, which is design. So designing is all about systems. It's about what is our offers, what are the systems that we need to have in place to really build an effective and a profitable and a sustainable business. So First, we align to our own authentic worthiness, to our own power. We're aligning energetically. We're saying yes to the empowered six-figure coach that we already are. We're also aligning to our ideal client and what that looks like. And while I didn't cover that in this masterclass, that is something that I cover in Activate Abundance, because until we know who our ideal client is, it's really, really hard to create programs, offers, or messaging until we really know who it is that we're serving. So when we take a look at our offers, it's important to understand that we're not trying to create 20 different offers. You want, and this is the first fill in the blank, you want 2 core main offers to have a profitable six-figure business that is simple and repeatable. Okay, so we're looking at creating 2 core main offers. Why is this important? Because if you have too many offers, people are really unclear, they're confused, you're unclear, you don't know what to promote, when to promote, how to promote it. And every time you make a different offer, you're serving a slightly different ideal client. So that means that if you have too many offers, you are going to create confusion in yourself, confusion in your ideal clients, and it's also going to create a lot of frustration, because again, every time you create an offer, you're going to go back to the drawing board. You're going to say, okay, who is this offer for? Who is this going to serve them? How can I help them get the best results? Right? So we want 2 core main offers. One of those, we want to be a high tier offer, because we want to think about how many clients can you serve and how many clients do you need to serve in order to hit 6 figures, right? So we also want to take a look at what are your goals. If you want a 6-figure practice, then we want to take a look at, do you have the capacity for the number of clients that you are going to serve within a year at the price point that you're also going to serve them? So this is something that we dive in really, really deep so that you can see that you've got a profit plan that is going to allow you to say, oh, okay, so this is my high tier offer, this is the price, this is how many people I'm going to serve within this quarter, and that's going to create, a $30,000 quarter for me, which would equate to $10,000 a month. Or this high tier offer is going to create this experience for my clients, this is what I'm going to price it at. And then this is a mid-tier offer, typically, that we are going to serve our ideal clients with if they're not quite ready for that high-tier offer yet. So in order to do that, again, we need to know what our goals are. So if 6 figures is your goal in a year, then we want to take a look at, is your goal, is it measurable, and is it in alignment with the experience that you want to have? Why is the experience important? Because you can say that you want to have a 6-figure business all day long, but if you only have the capacity for 5 clients a week, then, and you're taking more than 5 clients a week, then what's happening is that you are being overburdened and you're going to burn out. And that is not the experience that we want for anybody. So we want it to be a sustainable and a profitable business. So again, what are your 2 core main offers? Make sure that one of them is a high tier offer. When we talk about a high tier offer, we're looking at an offer that's minimum $2,000. Right? There's multiple ways that we can create offers. It doesn't have to just be a 90-day transformation program. There's a lot of high tier offers out there that are VIP day experiences. They might be a retreat experience. There are multiple ways that you can do that. This is why it's so important to have support, to have a business coach, to have somebody that can help you with this piece so that you can actually build out your profit plan and know exactly how many of these you want to, how many clients you want to enroll into your programs and offers so that you can hit your goal. And so you can do it in a way that allows you, again, to feel fully sourced, right? Because it doesn't matter how much money you make, if you're feeling like crap, if you're burnt out, if you don't have time to spend with your family, if you're working all the time, if you're forgetting your husband's birthday, like I totally did last year, like not a good thing. So we want to make sure that your goals are measurable and in alignment with your desired experience. So the next question here is, how will you nurture your audience? How will you nurture your audience? You need to nurture your audience. We get to nurture our audience with a marketing system. And that is one of the systems that is really, really important. We want to be able to have a marketing system that feels really good and natural and aligned for us so that we can help our ideal clients self-identify that they want support with a specific problem and they're going to get a solution, right? Marketing, though, however, is just sharing who you are, being visible in the world, allowing you to be that lighthouse, right? And so that you can shine your light and share incredible value. And that is a system that we put together inside, again, of Activate Abundance. I'm going to talk about more of what this consists of. What does a marketing system look like tomorrow? We're going to dive in deep to the nitty-gritty tomorrow. So be sure to come back here, because there's three main components that you're going to want to have that are creating your marketing and your sales system. If you're missing one of those, then you're not going to be able to create consistent income in your business. You're not going to attract the right clients, and you're not going to actually make sales in your business. So what do you need to achieve your yearly goal and why? You need a profit plan. You need a profit plan. You need to know what it is that you are going to offer on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, so that you can plan that out and allow yourself to actually hit your yearly goal. And that is something that we do inside of Activate Abundance. We're actually getting ready to do a Q4 profit plan so that you can know exactly how are you going to get to your goal, right? What are the programs that you're going to offer? What are the prices that you've got on those? How are you going to nurture your client? And when are you going to do that? And how are you going to open up enrollment and make those offers? Okay, so how are you managing this? How are you managing this, or how are you planning this? And that, again, is when we get together in our group and we come up with a profit plan where we're actually taking a look at all of the things, right? So remember, when you're making sales in your business, it's not just about money, it's about your nurture plan, and it's also about your sales plan, and your sales plan is your abundance and your profit plan. So the other plan that we want to take a look at, in addition to a 90-day profit plan or a 90-day marketing and abundance plan, we talk about all those things together because it's interwoven, is we want to have a 90-day sacred self-care plan, because we want to be fully sourced so that we can build a profitable and sustainable practice. If it's not a sustainable practice, it will not last. You will not feel good. And so we need to make sure that our self-care is dialed in as well. And this is one of the reasons why I talk about shining wealthy. And wealthy is spelled W-E-L-L-T-H-Y. We get to be well paid, serving our clients and serving them with our gifts, but we want it to be also sustainable for ourselves so that we can have the time freedom to do what it is that we want to do, like go on vacation with our family, like take the last week off every month. That's what I do. I unplug once a quarter and I go away on a private retreat and I allow myself to be renourished, right? Without a sacred self-care plan, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you don't have spaciousness scheduled in on your calendar on a daily, weekly, and quarterly basis, that what ends up happening is that you're in hustle mode and you're trying to chase clients, you're trying to hustle clients. So this component is where we talk about nurturing you, right? So, there's three different categories when I think about nurturing. We nurture ourself, right? And when we nurture ourself, that is also nurturing to our business, which is the second place that we nurture. And it's also nurturing to relationships or the community or the people that we collaborate with or our family. So these three pieces are a really critical component of your business, because again, if we're not fully sourced, we can't show up as the empowered wellness leader that is serving our clients really, really in depth and powerfully and excitedly and joyfully. We also can't show up in our relationships the way that we want to show up in, right? With as a mom, as a wife, as a partner, as a spouse, as a friend. right? So we want this 90-day sacred self-care plan. And that is also something that we do inside of Activate Abundance. We make sure that you are fully sourced. And look, we all get out of alignment sometime. I mentioned to you that, I forgot my husband's birthday last year. Actually, it was over a year, 2 years ago. And, I got out of alignment. And you know what? It's okay. We're not perfect. We're human, right? We're going to forget things. But what that was for me, it was a red flag for me to see, oh, oops, I need to recalibrate. I need to make sure that I'm nurturing my relationships. I need to make sure that I am fully sourced for myself so that I can also make sure that I am available to serve my family too. So that is an important piece. So we're talking about designing here, and we're talking about designing a profit plan. We're talking about having your marketing and sales plan, and we're also talking about having your sacred self-care plan. So those are the pieces that we design, and I help you do this inside of Activate Abundance so that your business is sustainable and profitable. Okay, so I also want to talk about, when we talk about the systems, we talked about plans, but there's also some other systems that we really want to focus on. And these are kind of like the back end tech systems. Okay, so these are systems that we need to have in order for a business to run smoothly. And the first system that we want to have is actually an email marketing system. So if you don't have one yet, I recommend ConvertKit. That is my favorite. It's actually what I teach my clients on. So we need to have an email marketing system. Why is that? Because we want to be able to build our community and have an email marketing system so that we can actually serve our clients. Facebook owns Facebook, Instagram owns Instagram, right? And so when we build communities there, well, it's amazing for giving value, for serving, for showing up live, for doing all of the wonderful things that we get to do with it. We don't want to rely solely on that. We want to be able to make sure that we can continue to serve and nurture our audience in an email form as well. Just like many of you have gotten reminders of, hey guys, the masterclass is going, we're getting started in 30 minutes, come join us, here's the link, right? That was an additional way that I could serve you to show up and to get this valuable information. Also, if anything was to ever happen and you lost access to your own Facebook account, you would still be able to have access to your client list or to your community. And so it's really, really important that we have an email list. Okay, so there's other email, what's the word I'm looking for? CRM systems. There's MailChimp, there's MailerLite, there's MadMimi, there's oh my gosh, there's so many of them. But the ones that I personally love and use is ConvertKit. Okay, the second type of system that we need to have that is really, really important is we need to have a scheduling system, right? We need to have a scheduling system that makes it easy for somebody to book an appointment with us or join one of our programs. And the system that I love and use, again, that I teach inside of Activate Abundance is Acuity. There's also Calendly. There's many other scheduling systems out there. I think TimeTrade is another one. I think, I can't remember. But why do we want this? Because look, we want to make it easy for our clients. We don't want them to have to jump through all these hoops just to have some time to either chat with us or to actually, join a program. So a scheduling system, and what's beautiful about Acuity and why I love it is because you can create a group program or a group class. You could also create a clarity call, which are information calls, which is what I like to do. We want to make it really, really easy so clients only have to click once. Right? We don't want clients to have to click 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times. We don't want to have to just be contacting them in Messenger. We don't want to try to go back and forth with, Wednesday works for me. Will Wednesday work for you? No, that won't work for me. What about Friday? Like, that is a time suck. And that is absolutely not something that you want to have inside of your business. You want to have a simple, easy way that somebody can book an appointment with you even when you're asleep, or even when you're serving another client, or even when you're doing something else. And that's what a scheduling system is going to allow you to do. It's going to allow somebody to pick a time that they want to work with you, but it's also going to allow them to pay for the appointment, or pay for the program, or pay for whatever it is that they can pay for without you having to do a whole bunch of back end stuff. So remember, this is Six Figures Made Simple. And so, we want to do things that are not only going to make it simple for us to run our business, but simple for our ideal clients to take action as well, so they actually get your support. And the third thing that we want to have, that we absolutely, it's critical, we cannot run a business without this, is a payment system. How are you going to accept payments from your clients? I use Stripe. That is my preferred method. Stripe links with Acuity, which is great, so that if somebody books an appointment, it actually accepts the money inside of Stripe. There are really three main biggies. So typically you're going to choose from Stripe, or you're going to choose Square, or you're going to choose PayPal. Those are the three biggies, but these are the three critical components. Now, the beauty about this is that they don't cost a lot of money. Like Stripe actually costs nothing. They actually just take a percentage of each purchase. So while it's not free because you're paying it every time, somebody pays you, you're giving a percentage to them. They're processing it, and they're processing a credit card or a debit card. They can even process something called an ACH payment, which allows people to just pay you directly from a checking account, which then actually saves you money, and it saves them any fees as well. So, Acuity, is $25 a month. And the other system that we use for your booking system, well, Acuity is the booking system. ConvertKit is around $29 a month, right? So take a look at this. And, I really want you to see that being a business owner means that you do need to invest in some things. Okay, so you do want to be able to have things that are going to allow you to run a business really, really smoothly. And, you can run your business with a very low expense margin, right? The beauty about running a boutique business, anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000 a year, I know, right? Is that you can actually do it at a very high profit margin and a very low expense. So we're talking about a profit margin of 70%. Holy cow, or more. But you do need to invest in a few things. So, here are the things that are the most important to invest in. So I just shared, these three things. But every six-figure coach has had some support. They've had some sort of mentorship. They have had some sort of way to have somebody help them navigate the nuances, me included. As a matter of fact, I have multiple coaches right now. I have a mindset coach that helps me stay tapped into my own mindset and the beliefs that allow me to have amazing feelings, that allow me to take actions in my business to get real live results. It's one of the reasons why I include mindset inside of Activate Abundance, and why my mindset coach, Liz Nicholas, actually comes in and shares her brilliance every single quarter inside of Activate Abundance Academy. So, that piece is critical. To have a mentor, to have somebody that helps you navigate these nuances, so that you have a system to follow, so that you keep it simple, so that you keep it focused, right? So that you have somebody saying, you know what, now is not the time to try to, chase this bright, shiny object, or to, try this tactic, or to, switch niches and go in this direction, right? Having a simple system that you can hone and master is what is going to allow you to build a thriving six-figure business. And when you do it in a way that I teach inside of Activate Abundance, it allows you to do that in a way that is very service-oriented. It feels really natural. It feels really good. It allows you to show up and give incredible value, just like I'm doing for you today. And then you get to invite somebody to work with you as the next natural step. And so just like I modeled for you last night, if you want this level of support, if you want wrap around support, and I do mean wraparound support. You get 4 quarterly strategy sessions with me. I am going to be in with you. We're going to be meeting one-on-one inside of my Zoom room, creating your 90-day profit plan together. We're going to do it in a group, but you're going to have my eyes and ears and heart on your business right from the get-go so that I can help you plan this out. Because one of the things that creates a lack of success is spinning in confusion. And I want to collapse the timeline for you. I'm going to take the confusion away. I want to give you certainty, confidence, and clarity so you know what to do, so you know what actions to take that are the actual income generators in your business. And again, I shared yesterday that the way that I teach is one way. It's not the only way, but it's one way. And so if what resonates with you, if the way that I'm teaching this, if the way that I'm showing up, if the system that I'm teaching you here resonates, I really want you to invite you to take action, because nothing changes until you actually make the decision to implement these pieces. And what I know, because I've done it myself, is that trying to download something just for free does not mean that you're actually going to get traction in your business. Why? Because information does not equal transformation, period. Information does not equal transformation. The truth is that your clients can lose weight or balance their hormones by reading books, by downloading free courses, but rarely do the results ever happen. Why is that? Why is that? It's because they're missing a critical piece. They have information only, but they don't have support. They don't have accountability, and they don't have the support and the accountability to help them take action on the right steps in the right order to help them get to where it is that they want to go. Right. So again, you can absolutely, Google how to make a 6-figure business. And the reason why we rarely get results from that is because, again, we don't know how to navigate the nuances that we bump up against. We need somebody else to read the label on the outside of our bottle. Right. So I'm a business coach. I help women get to 6 figures and multi-6 figures. And I still have a coach too, because I still bump up against stuff too. And I want somebody to be able to collapse the timeline for me and say, hey, Chris, this is how you can navigate through this. And that is worth so much to me, because it allows me then to not be in confusion, or to not try to sneak out the back door and burn it all down because I'm confused or frustrated. It allows me to have that support so that I know how to navigate those things. And your clients are going to need you for that too, right? They can buy the book, they can download the course, but until they have your eyes and ears and heart with them to help them go through a process and to help them know what steps to take in the right order, they're not going to be able to have results. So this is your invitation. I want you to join me inside of Activate Abundance. It is an amazing program. I have been upgrading this program for years now. Again, I've taken hundreds of people through this program. It is an abundance of right? An abundance of not just information, but practical how-tos. You have access to me every single week for the first 3 weeks of every single month, which means that no matter where you are in your business, I'm going to help you navigate those nuances quickly. We have Q&A calls. You have access to the membership portal, which is going to allow you to refer back to not only replays of these calls, but it's going to allow you to have access to the workbooks that we share, the downloads, the handouts, all of the guest experts that we have that are designed to help you move through things quickly. So here's the thing, my friends. When I first started my business, I really struggled. I had no idea how to find clients or how to even build a business. The first year as a nutritional therapy practitioner, I had one client and I made a whopping, I think it was $700 that year. That's it. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. And it all felt too big and it all felt overwhelming. Even once I started creating some income in my business, it wasn't consistent. And it was because I didn't have the right systems in place that are allowing me to create profitable and sustainability in my business. And so when I decided to create the program Activate Abundance, I added into this program what I wish I would have had when I first started out. right? A copywriter that is going to allow you to uncover the wording, the phrasing that is going to speak to your ideal client instead of just coming from our coach brain and speaking into all the logistics, right? We're going to meet for once a week for 12 weeks and, come join my program. And this is the amount of money, instead of really being able to speak into the pain points and the pleasure points that people want. So having an idea of how to do that, having a template that you can follow so that you know how to effectively write a Facebook post or create an email, having access to real life examples, like you have access to my emails, you have access to templates that I use. All of this is in here, right? Having somebody who can guide me in heart-centered sales, right? So that you can be like, hey, like, no, you don't need to do it that way. I actually brought in my very first coach, Kayla, and she is the one who allowed me to go from being 20 grand in debt, not even sure how I was going to pay her, the $900 a month that I was going to pay her, to creating 6 figures in 6 months. And she is an expert in sales. And so she is inside our program helping to teach about heart-centered sales, right? Because we get stuck in that. We also have Sarah Cannell, who is one of my amazing mentors that I'm working with right now. I am writing a book, and she is an expert on all things thought leadership. So how do you get your message out there more effectively? Sarah's in there. She'll be coming in once a quarter to help teach you why it's so important for you to share your message and how to do that in a way that feels really, really good to you as well. I've already mentioned Liz. Liz is my mindset coach. I've been working with her for years now. And, getting out of your own way, right? Mindset is 80%. Getting out of your own way when you're stuck. And when you've got these critter brain thoughts and ideas that are saying, who are you? You can't charge that. Nobody's going to pay for that. Nobody wants what it is that you have, right? Mindset is 80%. It's why I not only have Liz in here doing quarterly mindset sessions live with her. By the way, all of these trainings with your experts are live. They're not just recordings. You actually get to interact with them. But I also have, monthly mindset calls with myself. So we will also be diving into all things mindset so that you can stop the procrastination and you can actually implement the pieces that are so beneficial for creating an amazing business. There's so much in here. We also have associate coaches that are designed to help you with your accountability. We've got success coaches. We've got Vicki. We've got Tracy L. We're so excited to have them in here. They are actively building their own businesses. They are either at 6 figures or above 6 figures, and they're actively growing and building their business. And so they know what it's like, and they know all of the information inside of Activate Abundance. So they're going to be able to hold you accountable and help you every step of the way. So when I say surround sound support, I really mean surround sound support. This is wraparound support. This really is, I added the things that I'm like, you know what, I really wish that I would have had this. If I would have had this piece, I would have been able to go through things a heck of a lot quicker, and also without feeling confused and frustrated and feeling like I wanted to burn it all down. So if this resonates with you, I want you to I want you to go right now to Shine Abundance Now. If you go to Shine Abundance Now, scroll down, click on Activate Abundance Business Accelerator. From now until midnight on the 15th, you'll be able to take $2,000 off the investment. It will be taken off at checkout. Plus, you will get a 1-hour call directly with me right away. So we will be popping in. You'll have my eyes, my ears, my brain with you right away. You'll have access to a 1-hour fast track strategy session, in addition to the 4 quarterly strategy sessions that you have with me, the 3 Q&A sessions that you get. We've got so much in there. Definitely go take a look. And if you're unsure about whether or not this is a good fit for you and your business, if you're already making consistent income, if you're already at the consistent 5K, 10K mark, then you actually may be a better fit for Activate 2. I'm not going to go too much into that because that is an invitation only program. I need to know where you are in your business. But if you are unsure about whether Activate Abundance is a good fit for you, where you are in your business right now, let me know. We will hop on an information call. And this is simply to help you make an empowered choice. I'm not going to try to drag you across the finish line. I'm not going to try to convince you or persuade you of anything. I'm simply going to help you make an empowered choice. And if I'm a good fit for you, I'll say that. And if I'm not a good fit for you, or if this is not what you want, I will find out what it is that you want, and I will help you get that Promise. I will guide you to a colleague, or I will share with you that I think that this other thing might be a better fit for you to start with first. And I've done that many, many times. So I'm here for you. I would love to have you join me inside of Activate Abundance. So go to shineabundancenow.com, click on either book a call, and we'll hop on a quick 15-20 minute clarity call with you, or join today and you can pay in full for $10,000, or you can make 12 payments of $1,000. So that's the early bird rate right now. It will not be as low as it is right now. Let me tell you, in January, the price will be increasing. So now is the time, especially going into Q3, because when you've got support, when you've got a system, when you've got a strategy in place, you can actually create all of the year's income that you wanted to create in Q4. Like, now really is the time. There are so many businesses that skyrocket in Q4, but you do need to have a strategy and a system in order to help you get there. And I'd love to help you do it. All right, my friend, be sure to come back tomorrow, because we're going to be talking more about the 3 things that you need to have in place for your marketing and sales system, right? And they really are like 3 legs of a stool. We're going to be talking about the attract, the nurture, and the invite system, which falls into your marketing and your sales system. And how do you do that in a way that feels really good and natural and aligned? All right, my dears, I hope you have a great evening. And if you have any questions, reach out to me, send me a DM. I'm also happy to answer any questions in Messenger. Otherwise, I cannot wait to see you and serve you inside Activate Abundance Academy. Bye.